Okay, so there's been some stuff going on in June, huh? On June the 9th, we have the prosecution's response to the defense's motion to dismiss. The state objects to the motion to dismiss based on the destruction of exculpatory evidence and asks Gull to deny the motion, saying there is no basis in the law or fact to support the motion, further stating that there is no potentially useful evidence that the state has not turned over, and no useful evidence has been destroyed or is missing because they decide all that stuff. They decided that Holder is not a suspect and there is no evidence tying him to the murders because they say so. And the destruction of evidence was not done in bad faith because they would tell you if they did it in bad faith. The state also believes that the defense has cited no examples of the state acting in bad faith. I think destroying evidence is bad faith. You should destroy evidence that's bad, in my opinion. The state also says that they wouldn't have known it was exculpatory before it was destroyed. Really? I don't know. I can't believe they actually wrote that loud and proud. A former defense attorney doesn't know what is exculpatory. Then the state goes on to say the defense claims among the missing evidence was Holder's phone extraction, all evidence of Holder's second interview with law enforcement, and a mimicked crime scene image found on his Facebook. The state responds that there is no evidence that the state extracted evidence from Holder's phone, that the defense misunderstood Holder when he said he was pretty sure that his and his son's phone was taken by law enforcement in the lobby. Then they go on to say that law enforcement met with Logan and his mom at Logansport High School, and the consent to search was signed by his mom, and his dad wasn't even present, and that law enforcement met with Logan and his mom before the girls' bodies were found, hoping information on his phone might help law enforcement in locating the victims. I wonder why they would think that Logan might have information about where the girls' bodies were. And so they took Logan's phone and then they took Holder's phone, but they only extracted information from Logan's phone. The state also says that an interview with Holder in October was not recorded. Again, they wrote that loud and proud, that they didn't record an interview. Then they also actually say that there is no evidence that supports the ruin on Holder's hand mimics the lumber found on Abby. No evidence except that you can look and see with your eyes. So, of course, they didn't do anything in bad faith. And they say that the fact that the state defends witnesses altering their stories is simply because it's been so long and it was complex. But wasn't it the state who said that the defense can just go ahead and re-interview witnesses, no problem, and get the same information they destroyed? I mean, is this making sense to anybody? Please explain it to me. Then on June 18th, the defense's response to order of judgment of the court and notice of conflict, Gull did advise the Carroll County Sheriff's Office that they could ignore the subpoena to transport Robert Baston to the June 15th hearing. In my opinion, in all probability, Baston refused because he was told he better refuse because he could get a whole lot worse for him in there, which left the defense without their key witness and without alerting the defense to what was going on or rescheduling. So they say that's what makes Gull a witness as to the sheriff's and her truthfulness. Gull continues to accuse the defense of misfiling ex parte documents. which were also clearly labeled at the top, ex parte pleading to be placed under seal. And that also should have alerted staff that it was ex parte to be put under seal. The defense says that Gull offered her hand-picked public defenders a hearing on the Franks motion, but denied the same offer to Baldwin and Rosie. Gull also claimed that the defense's evidence was inadmissible without conducting a hearing to listen to the defense's reasoning. Since Gull knows very little about the case, how can she rule without a hearing the reasoning on the evidence? Gull refuses to address the occasions of obvious bias she has shown in favor of the prosecution. Just never happened, so maybe if you say it 3 times, it never happened really. So prosecution and the judge continues to decide for the defense and the jury that Holder is not a suspect and has no exculpatory evidence. In my opinion, all that should be for the jury to decide. I don't know, maybe it's just my thinking. So that's the end of this video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.